champions. How are you, champ?
I am not. When I'm Ampudi.
Man, over the moon. This feeling, we do this every season. One would think, this feeling would somehow go away, but yeah, man, it feels. I don't know how people who've gone for 10 or so years, Barca winning league. I don't know how you're gonna react the day they win it. It might never happen at the rate things are going, but hey, hey, man, are you good?
Yeah, no, I am not happy. We've won the league 4 times in a row. We are the first team to do it, and I don't think there's going to be another team that is going to break that record. And I'm thinking that we are still gonna add another title next season because there's absolutely no competition in this league. Just like how Bayern it is doing there in the Bundesliga.
Do you know the significance of this jersey?
We won it when we won our first league title with Pizumsman.
This is the last Nyama jersey. This is the last jersey we played with before we started winning the cup. This is the last one. The one with Tito Chele knickknacks. Yeah, man. Congratulations to the boys, to the technical team, to everyone associated with this huge club. It was a team effort. It really is a team effort. It's us cheering Majid, the supporters, everyone. People who put in a shift, and the players, the technical team, their families, like Coach Mangob actually thanked them earlier on when I was watching post-match interview, the game against Super Sports, man. We did it together, hey?
Yeah, no, we should acknowledge also the people who are working behind the scenes, like our video analysts, and so. But they are doing a laundry team. People who good local, like Lebanon, they put in some effort and they have a contribution to this title. And also, like you have said, the defense, like they played a huge role, especially against when we played both TS Galaxy in Loftus, when they stayed behind and they sang for Boshaluli and the coaches. So I really appreciate how the fans managed to support the team, and also how the team has tried their all best to keep us happy again.
Yeah, I know, man. Bekel, man. Like, these guys really make us happy, man. Like, we get frustrated, we rant, like we ranted Naluena last week, but 9 out of 10 times they make us happy, Also want to pay tribute to Mujeka and Anele, man. I'm sure they up there in heaven smiling at the boys, It would have been awesome to have them with us, But yeah, Katato Yamudimu, they no longer with us, So yeah, man, this is also for them. Hey, what's funny, Rapelang? Oh no, say go on.
It's fine.
I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Since 1997, since the start of the Premiership, if you go to Clock, you will find all original league trophies except one. The one that was won by Super Sports 3 times in a row. That's the only original trophy that you won't find at Clock. You'll find the Castle Premiership one.
The gold one.
The gold one, yes. You will find the PSL, the ABSA one. I think it came after Super Sport, the Super Sport one, if I'm not mistaken. The league changed the trophy and we're the last team to win it, so we kept it. And then you will find the recent one. When the sponsorship ended, we were the last team to win this trophy. We kept the original. We are going to win this one next season again, and the season after. And you know, when you win it 3 times in a row, you keep the original. So yeah, man, 11 Premier League trophies in 24 years. You're 24 years old. Sundowns win the trophies. League is 11. This is so high.
Yeah, no, and you look at some teams who call them the giants, but they come the end of the season, they don't have anything to show up for their fans. And one fan, I think after our game against SuperSport, he said cabinet we get the spider web on a trophy, get that stuff. So I'm here to like support that team international Sundowns, so that strive for success, that want to win every single trophy in the PSL. And of course, in some seasons we can't win them all, but I love how they are ambitious and how they are positive when they participate in every domestic or continental cup.
Yeah, man, the ambition at that club, the hunger to win is second to none. I had sent Coach Wulani a message yesterday, a tweet yesterday regarding our third goal, regarding the rondo on the corner, our third goal, you know, and I was so happy. Wabo, that rondo, and his response, he thanked me, but the thing that caught my attention is that he spoke about improving on a lot of things, you know. So it's the ambition at our club, man. It's crazy, you know. I mean, we're shooting right now an hour before we watch Amazolo le Pirates, ne. Ya re tlo shebella di tweba di ngwapana mo rona re balehile ka cheese ntate ba tla ngwapana re tsebe mara cheese ha yo, it's gone, man. Yeah. Yesterday, man, a lot of things made me happy, man. But there's one particular thing I want to touch on. Last show, I said when they took off Gaston Lezwane, I thought Habakenya Lyle, they moved Maposa to 10. Yesterday, on numerous occasions before he moved to the right, there were a lot of instances where he would tuck in inverted Moabe 10 and then Gaston would be on the side. I thought to myself, how I wish we had played Maposa here in the second half, you know. I'm not sure if you also picked it up.
Yeah, I picked it up, but and Maposa is also comfortable playing forward, and also he knows how to take a good decision. He knows how to release the ball in time, and he has that skill in terms of dribbling and eliminating players. So I think against Al Ahly, when you said when they were about to bring Lyle, we thought they were going to push Aubrey forward. I think Aubrey would have given us something positive in that game. But overall, I'm really happy with how Aubrey has performed, especially in recent games. Like, he has really performed very well, and I'm happy how he accepted the competition and how he's running with that competition in terms of left back competing with Lyle Kane. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so we are away this weekend. We're playing against the Department of Education. Yeah, it's for the first time. I can't say, I'm not even going to say a big one. Yeah, we just have to honor this fixture and go back home with 3 points. You see, I want us to win this game, Rapela. I am so desperate for us to win this game. Kalbakali won. The commentator coach Yabona after they got a draw at home. I am so desperate for us to win this game, eh?
Yeah, no, I still remember those comments after that they managed to get a point from us. I think the Swallows, they were starting to be big-headed because of it was their first season in the league, and they were doing very well. It looked like the team that is going to give us a challenge. Hence, the coach was a little bit overconfident, and he said those words. But then I agree with you that we have to teach him a lesson, and he will definitely learn the lesson coming up in the weekend.
Yeah. But to be fair to them, for a team that's just gained relegation, man, they are 6th on the log. They'll definitely qualify for the MTN 8. Not sure if it's still called the MTN 8. Is MTN still the sponsor? If MTN is still the sponsor, the MTN 8. And yes, they've assembled quite a decent squad, and they've done fairly well, man. And man, they've played off 27 games. They've played 18 draws. 18 draws. Like, that's crazy, man. They've only lost one game this season, Swallows, eh?
Yeah, no, like for a team that came from the Glad Africa, like the first thing that you want to do when you come into the PSL is to keep your status, and maybe next season that's where you try to challenge for certain positions. But Bona, in their first season, they managed to secure the top 8 spot. I think they've done very well. And one thing that made them a good team and to be in part of the top 8 spot is that they mixed a lot of experienced players with the younger ones. Hence, they managed to win a certain games, or not to drop a point in certain games. I think that is one thing that they managed to excel more on.
Yeah, true, true. Oh, before we started, my plan was to do things differently for this installment, but yeah, it slipped my mind. I wanted to ask you, what's the score prediction?
No
wonder also we need Betway, so score ke 1-1 yeah, they don't concede a lot. Yes, they've conceded 21 goals in 27 games. That's 0.9 something, I'm sure. So for a newly promoted team, they're quite solid at the back, you know. And one of the strengths or positives when you look at them is their centre back pairing in Thabiso and Rapelang, you know, really good players. I like Wandi. I've always liked Wandi from his days at Sundowns. Top guy. And yeah, I'm happy that he's playing at Swallows, you know, and you know he's been unfortunate with injuries, but he seems to have settled at Swallows, and he's doing well, you know. And I think him and Ngobe have played a huge role in them only. Yes, they might have drawn 18, but they've only lost 1. So I think those guys have really done well this season. Eh?
Yeah, no, Thabiso has been playing the PSL for a while. I think he's one of the experienced and the leaders at Silos. And you speak about also the experience. They have the likes of Viomere Thabo Makaba, who was played a number of seasons for Orlando Pirates. The Sfiso like their defense is quite their defense is quite an experienced one, and also so is the middle field. Like they signed Musanya Tama, and they have Chisbo. He's one of like the most disciplined player. And I was watching Extra Time Monday, and the coach spoke about how experienced players helped him in the dressing room to deal with those youngsters that they have signed. So it shows that they're a team that is working together and collectively. Hence, they've managed to be in the top 8.
Oh, I missed that. So yeah, it really is a good thing. You know, you go to most teams, experienced players try their level best to have the coach Atamaye, you know, yeah, if he plays a lot of youngsters, you know, so yeah, big ups to the experienced guys that they have. Another thing that we need to be careful of on Saturday, Freeze's distribution. he might not be leveling Yakune, but his distribution is quite good, especially not with a still ball, especially with the ball. If after he's caught it and players are running into space, he's able to find runners. So we need to be to get into position as quick as possible when he has the ball, you know. And they have two fullbacks. I don't think Vuyo will this weekend because I think he suffered an injury against Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. So it will be Thabo on the right and Santi on the left, you know. So they love bombing forward. It's an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time, Wabo. So we really have to be careful of keep an eye on both, especially Thabo, because of the two fullbacks, I rate him higher than I rate the other one. And then there's the pace here, Sekhote as well. He runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. He might be okay. Let me not take a diss at him. Yeah. What do you think we should look out for on Saturday?
Look, like you have said, they have Virgil Fries who can distribute the ball very well. Like on corners, we have to leave a guy like Thapelo behind so that he can recover the ball when Fries try to pick up one of their pacey players. And also they have Ngobo and Letlabika. Like those guys are comfortable on the ball and they can build up from the back. And what I like about Ngobo is that like he has an eye for that long ball. He can play it behind the defense of the opponent, or he can play it on the in front of one of their strikers. It can be Goza or Malinga or Hamaldin. And also on fullbacks, like you have said, Vuyo suffered a hamstring, and I think he's doubtful for to play against Sundowns. So they'll go for Thabo Matlaba. Like Thabo Matlaba loves getting forward, but the only thing that is letting him down is that his decision making. Like Thabo Matlaba, once Akoba show, you must forget about receiving the ball, because of the only thing he's gonna do is to shoot. Like when he gets forward, like hardly ever pass the opponent. And also on the left, they have Thabiso Hlanti, who scored a brilliant goal against Maritzburg, but and he had an assist against Kaizer Chiefs. But one thing about Hlanti, like he is too casual on the ball. He holds the ball for a long time. Sometimes you find like a guy like Hamaldin is trying to make a run, hoping to get the ball, but Hlanti will delay and Ashapidi Maya. So I think if you can get used to releasing the ball on time, I think they can create a couple of chances. So like on the middle, they have Mosal Nyatama, who can collect the ball very well from the defense and link up with the likes of Cheeseboy, can play as an 8, or link up with that Mahlati Nyaupe guy who's good on the ball, who can penetrate through the defense, and like he waits here at Chiribol. He's not scared. He goes into the defense of the opponent. So I think that's what we should look up to. And Swallows, what they are pretty good at is that they get the ball on the wide channels and they put in those crosses. Against Kaizer Chiefs, the Hlanti was on wide, he crossed the ball to Malinga, he scored. Against Super Sport, Cheeseboy crossed the ball for that boy who's playing as a left winger sometimes. He scored the ball near post. And against Maritzburg, Mbokoma crossed the ball for Hlanti. Hlanti had a tap in. And lastly, against Pirates, I can't remember, was it Mbokoma or Vuyo? He put in a beautiful cross, and Hamaldin was putting a under a lot of pressure. Hence, they managed to get their own goal from Orlando Pirates. So I think the likes of Mudiba and Morena, like they should get closer to the players that Swallows who are playing on wide channels. Like don't offer them Nakwe Baya so that they put in those crosses easily. Like make it difficult for them cross and one of their strikers against us.
Yeah, no. You've spoken like someone who has the badges in Yana fake fela coaching. Yeah, no. You've said a lot, and I fully agree with what you have said. How do we beat Swallows? I think we beat Swallows by setting traps for the center backs. Yes, both of them are comfortable on the ball, but at times I've picked up they tend to be too relaxed. One of the goals, the goal that they considered against Maritzburg, Tlabika played a silly pass into Mohari, middle fielding 16, and the person he was passing got dispossessed, and Maritzburg was able to score. So I think we should set traps in that channel, and then you occupy spaces that will be left behind by both fullbacks, because they naturally offensive, so they go bomb forward. So you have maybe Gaston Leshika if they play cheating. And I think one other thing, excuse me, he miss Tlakusani Mtetwa a lot. Swallows. He's been he's a brilliant footballer out here. Like, he's really good, and him suffering that injury has really affected them.
Yeah, no, like he has been performing very well in the games that he has managed to play. And one thing about Swallows that they're gonna have a problem against us is that they let the opponents to have too many touches inside their box. Like, they don't close the opponents on time. Look at the goal that they've considered against Maritzburg. Like, they should have closed and cleared the ball on time. And when you have guys like Sereno Msheshi who can combine very well in the final third, and who don't rush to make decisions, I think like we are going to cause a lot of problems for them.
I agree with you. Bolele Anto, Maritzburg, they had chances to sometimes just need someone to clear the ball, This is how I think they will set up. You will tell me if you disagree with me, and you can make changes where you think I'm wrong. I think it will be Freeze, Matlaba, Ngoboshan, Likabika Santi. The coach loves Mbogoma. That's one thing I've picked up. He really loves Mbogoma. He'll play Mbogoma. I think Nyatama, Siabi. If he was playing any other team, I think he'd play this boy who's just graduated, Kuse, if I'm not mistaken, or one of my favorite players for a long time, Gavin Tibedi. I've loved watching Gavin Tibedi play football from his days at the MDC Chiefs. He's a proper football player, man. Yeah, and so because it's us, I think he'll want still Sawa Ramole. I'm not sure if a contract agreement yeah, and then Sekhota for Pesia High, and then Cheese Boy and Malinga. I've picked up, or he no longer starts. Who's their striker? Fatima Khamaldin. He hardly ever starts Khamaldin now. So I think he'll start Malinga, who packs a shot. If Bamutloela utatabola net mfanule. Yeah. What do you think?
I think I think they will play like in defense and goalkeeper. Like I agree with you. I think we'll go for the same. But in midfield, I think we will play Musa, Chisboy, and Nyaupe. I think he'll play Musa, Chisboy, and Nyaupe. And in front three, obviously, we'll go for Mbogoma for his pace. Let's hold down the other side and play Malinga. And I think the reason why Khamaldin has not been playing games lately is because of, I can't remember well, but against some team, their teammate was expecting a pass from a teammate, and the teammate didn't pass on time, and he was sulking and throwing hands, and the coach took him off. I think it is the reason why he has been playing a lot of games, and we know that there are rumors that he's going to some team in Gauteng. So yeah, we will see how everything unfolds.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to the champions, moving on to the greatest Premier Soccer League, the most successful team in Premier Soccer League history, Mamelodi Sundowns, man. Oh. Hey,
yeah, no, correct. Twitter, it was hard for some certain fans to congratulate Mamelodi Sundowns. You ask yourself, but where do you congratulations to one until when? So, when at some stage, like what in a right, man, then congratulations. Oh, never talk to Chujalo name over. That's no, yeah, no. Yeah, like
you know, Rams, I knew immediately after the win a league where they will go to that thing yabona if I let's a small team and all that, you know. Trophy cabinet. That's our main worry, the trophy cabinet, you know. Yeah.
Whether, like you say, we are a small team or we are just adding numbers, coach have Champions League. As long as come May, like we are lifting the trophy. You don't care about the status of being a big team or being a small team. If you are a big team, show us your trophy cabinet and we'll have a talk. So don't tell us or you are a big team in terms of the support base of the team, and you can feel a stadium 90,000 capacity. Then you regard yourself as a big team. Show us your trophy cabinet. Show us the rankings of top 10 teams in Africa. Then we'll have a talk. We'll have a talk.
Yay!
I mean, really.
I mean, come here. The trophies are here.
Yeah.
Rapelang, you watch Mamelodi Sundowns football or a lot of training takes place. Football. You see, or there's a lot of research, a lot of planning, a lot of training that happens at Klokop, you know, and that's what I'm to you know. I wanna our third goal. I keep going back to that goal. The Rondo Mole Mokoni Super Sport really thought was Barqualete more. Maraplas Sundowns enjoy Rondo of it. Remember when you played in the Champions League and Dylan answer ungenile. You need to be confident. Because one bad pass they are in. So you see, they are so comfortable on the ball, man. Like you relax when you see them get squeezed. You know they will come out, and once they come out, you are in danger. Like we showed with the third goal where Andile played Mudiba. Hey,
so like the positive thing about the round is that when you escape with the ball, like you find that the opponent, like they are in poor spaces, like they are open, you can penetrate. But the other thing that you have to be good on the ball, and Rondo, it has to be something that you start first in training, like you master it.
How do you start gaming?
Go gaming, like is gonna be a success. So I'm happy that in terms of training, we can also apply them on match days and do them very well.
Yeah, man. And you see, the one thing that I love about this team is their respect for possession. Without possession, most teams can't hit you. And now we respect possession. You know, we don't just win it back speed and then lose it speed. No, we respect and appreciate possession, man. I mean, the league title is sealed, Rapelang. Do you think our players will still be motivated to push in the last 3 games?
I think that they will still be motivated because of, obviously, we want to win as many games as we can and like continue doing well. Like I heard the coach of Swallows saying like he wants to play Sundowns after they are already champions. I think he's thinking that we are going to take the foot off the pedal, but we shouldn't do that. Like we should go and go for the victory and take the game to Swallows. Like you've said, coach, I want to eat in first round. So this is about teaching him a lesson and also getting 3 points for us.
I agree. Now this is one game. I don't care about the other 2. I want to win this one. I'm gonna say something that if our coaches watch, they're going to think I'm crazy, but it's coming from a supporter's point of view and a rivalry. I'm gonna say something. It's stupid, it's controversial, and I know we need to lose one of the games before the season ends.
Oh, yeah, team.
I can't have them having that thing. We are the only team that beat Sundowns this season. I can't have that. My feelings about that team.
I go. If we're working to Chiefs, they are going to celebrate that they are the only team that managed to get 3 points out of Sundowns. So they can still celebrate that. It's fine. That's what they normally celebrate come the end of the season. So it's fine. Rona, we must win all our remaining games.
All right. But like I said, it's stupid and it's crazy, man. Yeah.
Already Chiefs, especially those who managed to watch that 1910 Rothmans Cup. Ronama 2000, like we don't understand the rivalry, how it began, and totally benefiting happening in the 90s and early 2000s.
Rapelang, I'll never forget that day. I was 10, 11 years old, and I was at the stadium. That took us to the stadium. You were there, Mara. You stayed in the car with Mama. So, yeah, that day. Yeah. For the first time in a long time, we're going to have a proper preseason. I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, I hope we'll get the players that we intend to sign. We sign them quickly, and then we integrate them into the team. Handle that preseason. We don't sign players. Season it will start, and they take time to gel. That's one of the things that I'm really, really happy about. After next weekend, the players will probably have a month and a week or so, and then early July they come back for preseason.
Yeah, no, we should. The players that we want to sign, I think we should get them as soon as possible, so that when you go to the preseason, we know that they are available and we know that they have time to adapt to Mamelodi Sundowns and to adapt to the new environment. And man, if it wasn't for COVID-19, I would have loved us to have preseason in some country outside South Africa. Maybe have a preseason in West Africa or North Africa, because of Sundowns, like we have said, money is not a problem, and I think with money that we have, I think like we should do things differently from other teams. So I think a preseason outside the country will do, but because of COVID-19, I don't think it will happen. But I would have loved having a preseason out of the country.
Yeah, we actually do it a lot pre-COVID, Yeah. How do you think we will line up on Saturday? Your starting 11. Should I give you mine then? You King?
No.
Okay.
I get about Mkuli or not.
I know it's not a muscle injury, it's bruises. He'll definitely be available.
But I think they will drop him. Okay. We are going to have Onyango. I think Onyango will come back. We'll have Mutiba.
Which one? Because the other Onyango, when Onyango went down, he was screaming that they will substitute him. He already has his gloves. He looked like he was ready to be goalkeeper. So he must be specific. Dennis or Brian.
So Dennis Onyango, Maposa, Lebusa. I think Brian Onyango will start, and we will have Chapel on the right back. Rivaldo Cotier will start as a 6. We'll have Andile and Maboe playing as our number 8. I think I know the injury of Blesse Kabanyani, but I think let's give Lebo a run. He did very well coming from the bench against Super Sport. So I will start the Lebo and keep AJ because of Lena Otleti Sharp. Frandre, I'll play Zwane, Sereno, and I'll start Kemet. I want Kemet to score. Like I want as much as a little late for a player to get a goal so that the confident level rises up. But I think Kemet, like he needs to get a goal.
Now I have a totally different team. I have a strong team, but with a lot of changes and a different formation in that I'm playing a 4-2-2-2. I have Manyo starting. I think he will start ahead of Dennis. I think Dennis will get a rest. I have Maboe at right back, Deruk, Nascimento, and Maposa. And my double pivot again, Jali Limkulise. I have Sereno, Zwane, Erasmus, and Shalulili. That's my 11. Score predictions?
We are going to win 2-0, and we are definitely keeping a clean sheet.
Oh, by the way, our goal scorers predictions, we were both 50% correct. You predicted that Mabua will score, ne? Yeah. Yes, and I predicted that Maposa will score, and they both scored yesterday against Super Sport. Yeah, I think we will win 2-1. I think Kemet and Sereno will score. And yeah, that's it. That's another installment of the Yellow Corner Masandawana. 2 more to go. Thank you for your continued support. Once again, congratulations to the team. And before we close this, all the best of luck to our MDC side on Sunday when they play Amazulu in the Diski Challenge final. I'll be honest, I was shocked that the boys reached the final because in recent years, I think this isn't our strongest squad, but for them to reach a final tells you everything you need to know about what happens at Mamelodi Sundowns. Hard work, determination, and success are drilled in, and yeah, good luck to those young boys. They must bring it home, man. Thank you, Mdogish. And yeah, the boys will be back with a review after the Swallows game. Yeah, I've spoken to Toto, and I told him that he must stop drinking on the job. That's it, Masandawan. Until we meet again, cheers.
Hola, hola.